What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Shadowlands video. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope that you've got some coffee. Hoping you have a good weekend. I know if you're watching this and it's not the weekend, I'm sorry, but it is the weekend right now. So I hope you're having a good one. Listen, we're going to talk about something interesting here. And I'm going to finish up all the raid content as I keep progressing it this week. But I want to take a pit stop really quick and get whatever's in my eye. Oh my god. Okay. I want to take a pit stop really quick and talk about double legendary acquisition. I want to talk about, like, how are we going to get them? I know we've sort of touched on this earlier, but I've seen a ton of confusion in the comments, and people ask me about the memory of Unity versus the belt of Unity, and like when are we going to sort of get the double legend? Do I have to get revered reputation? There's a bunch of like important questions that I want to make sure that we answer so that it's really clear for you guys. And then once I've answered those questions, I'm going to talk specifically today about once we get double legendaries for Primal Lava Actuators, which one is going to be really, really strong, like just right out of the gates. What's a good idea for you guys? Like, what if the power levels to go up like right away? What would I pick? So let's jump into that. Get your coffee. Let me flip over to this Wowhead article really quick. It helps to explain exactly why, like how we're going to get the double legendaries. So let's just go here for a sec. How double legendaries work in patch 9.2. Let's just read this really quick, and I'm going to help you decipher it as we go, okay? So, of course, in Shadowlands 9.2, Eternity's End, we have the ability to equip 2 legendaries. One of these equipped items needs to be a Covenant legendary. So this is essentially what we're gaining. We are gaining a Covenant legendary in 9.2 because you already have your first legendary, which is, for the purposes of this video, we have Primal Lava Actuators. So you're getting a Covenant legendary, and it can be whichever one of the 4 you want. This guide, how you unlock. Here we go. So, how do double legendaries work? You can unlock 2 legendaries instead of just one. Players can unlock this feature completing Chapter 7, which becomes available on March 22nd. Okay. Take a pit stop here really, really quick. This is the most important thing. So, what's the current date? Right now, if we look at the calendar, it's the 13th. The 22nd is down here. So, what do we have? That means we have 2 resets before we get double legendaries. So we have one on Tuesday for me. I know for some of you guys, it's the European guys Wednesday. So in 2 days, we're going to get reset number 1. And then you go a whole week and you get to the next Tuesday and you have your second reset. And boom, you can get double legendaries once you do Chapter 7 of the campaign. Let's look it up here. I'm going to minimize everything else. All this stuff is whatever. I know I haven't done any of this stuff, but secrets of the first ones. This is the campaign we are working on right now. This is the Zereth Mortis campaign. You can see I've done 5 out of the 7. There's 2 more that I need to do. So the week that we're in right now, this week, from the 8th, Tuesday the 8th, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, this entire week right here, we unlocked Chapter 5 of the campaign, which I have done, and it's the Crown of Wills, and that was done over here. I'm going to show you really good. Hopefully they're all still standing over here. They might not be anymore. Over here in this little area right here, yeah, they're not here anymore. That's okay because I already did it. You'll see like Bolvar and the Primus and Jaina and everybody's here, and they've kind of like rescued Anduin, and you're trying to like get all the crap out of Anduin. So that quest chain starts here. That's Chapter 5. If you have not done the Crown of Wills yet, that's where that campaign area starts. But just understand, if you want to get double legendaries, you must do the campaign in Zereth Mortis. You can't skip this. Here's what's going to happen. On Tuesday, so in 2 days for me, it's Sunday today, in 2 days on March 15th, the next chapter of the campaign will kick off, a means to an end. I'm going to go do that, and then, of course, on the Tuesday following, on the 22nd, you're going to get Chapter 7 will unlock for the campaign. You're going to go do Chapter 7, which is called Starting Over, And once you're done that, once you've done Chapter 7, completed the whole thing, then you will get the Belt of Unity, which is the double legendary effect. And you're going to get it from this guy, Vilo. I think it's Vilo. Okay, you're going to get that here. Now, that's that whole thing. Does that make sense to everybody? So we're essentially 9 days away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 days away from getting the unlock for the chapter. And then you have to do Chapter 7 on the 22nd. Go do Chapter 7, and then you've got it. Then you'll get the belt. I think as a reward from this guy or whatever, you'll have to talk to this guy, I believe. Now, the belt that you get will be item level 265, to my knowledge. Somebody correct me in the comments if that's not true. I believe it will be item level 265, and of course it's going to be on your belt slot, and it will just give you whatever covenant you're a part of. It'll give you that legendary effect. So if I'm Kyrian, then it'll just flip to Raging Vesper Vortex. If I switch to Night Fae, it just flips to Seeds of Rampant Growth for me. It does all the flipping for me. I don't have to go buy like 4 Belts of Unity. You just get one, and it'll flip around for you depending on what covenant you are. Now, let's flip back to this for a second. What's the other part of this? Well, there are 2 ways to equip your Covenant Legendary in tandem. You can purchase the Legendary Belt, which is locked at item level 265. Okay? So that is maybe a small takeaway, like a bad thing, is that it's locked at item level 265. So as you progress through this expansion, you're going to get up to item level like 278, something like that. And so this will start to become less relevant. But what else happens? Well, you can craft the legendary in the usual way using the Memory of Unity all the way up to item level 291. So the problem is the Memory of Unity requires Revered Reputation with the Enlightened. It's not a problem necessarily, but right now, at this point in the patch, most people don't have Revered Reputation. It takes like a lot of grinding to get that. So it's not something that everybody has. So let me switch back to the game really quick. Where's the Memory of Unity? Well, it's right here on Vilo again. Now, I can't buy it because I'm not revered, and I also have to complete the quest Souls Entwined. So it's probably the exact same quest line that you have to complete for Chapter 7 of the campaign. That would be my guess, right? I bet you Souls Entwined is probably the last quest in Chapter 7 of the campaign, which is called Starting Over, that you have to complete in order to get the Memory of Unity. Now, with the Memory of Unity, you have to be revered. To get the Belt of Unity, like we were talking about, from Chapter 7, you do not need to be revered. You just have to do Chapter 7 on March 22nd, okay? So this is how it's going to work. On March 22nd, on Reset Day, or in Europe the 23rd, you're going to go do Chapter 7 of the campaign. Then you're going to get your Belt of Unity, and you're going to put it on. You'll have a 265 belt that gives you your double legendary effect, and you'll be very happy. As the expansion continues to progress, and 265 starts to become a bad item level, because all the rest of your gear is like at 272 and 276 and 278, then you're going to want to go back and purchase the Memory of Unity from Vilo once you get Revered Reputation. And then, of course, you'll be able to put this wherever you want. This memory allows you to put your second legendary effect on any piece of gear, except for, like, weapons, I think, and trinkets, of course. But you can put it on rings, amulets, any of the other pieces of gear slots. So you're going to start with the Belt of Unity. You're going to transition to the Memory of Unity later, because Revered Reputation is, like, nasty. Like, it just takes a while. I'm honored right now, and I'm only 2,200 out of 12,000. I got 10,000 rep to go. And I've done a lot of the stuff in here. Like, I haven't been doing the dailies every single day. So, like, if you wanted to get Revered Reputation, like, right now, or, like, I don't even think it's possible right now, but if you wanted to get it by March 22nd right away, you'd have to be farming and grinding Revered Reputation, any reputation stuff that you could, like, from day one. So I wouldn't sweat it, guys. Like, don't worry about it right now. You're just going to get the Belt of Unity on the 22nd anyway. But just know that you're going to get the Belt of Unity on the 22nd, and you're going to use it for maybe, like, a month or two, or maybe less, maybe, like, a month. And then you might want to switch over to the Memory of Unity once you get Revered Reputation with the Enlightened. Okay, so that's it. That's the main way that you're going to get it. And I want you to understand that this belt that you're going to get, the Belt of Unity, is 265. This Memory of Unity can be upgraded to 291 later in the expansion. But That's how you're going to acquire it. All you have to do is do the story that's happening. So make sure if you haven't done these campaign quests yet, get your butt in gear and go do these things and get them done right now, at least up to Chapter 5. And then next week, in 2 days, Chapter 6 will unlock. And then in 9 days, Chapter 7 will unlock. And you can go do Chapter 7, okay? So that's just how to acquire the legendaries. That is the sort of the TLDR on that. Now, let's flip over to what does that mean for Enhancement Shaman, and in particular for a Primal Lava Actuators build. Let me get a sip there. So, this means that we're going to get one of the Covenant legendaries. Now, which one is going to have the greatest impact on Primal Lava Actuators when we get it in 9 days? We're getting it in 9 days, so this is something that we want to be thinking about now, in my opinion. You want to think about, okay, which one do I want to run? What do I think has the most impact on the Primal Lava Actuators build in 9 days when I get to buy it? So, first of all, I think Raging Vesper Vortex is just kind of whatever, right? There's no synergy there. It's just damage. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't. I mean, I think it's just. I don't think it gives you a lot of power when it comes specifically to PLA. Primal Lava Actuators. There's no synergy there. Nothing really happens. Seeds of Rep and Growth is fine. It just gives you crit. And it gives you cooldown on your dogs, but not like a substantial amount. It gives you 54 seconds, but it's like every 2 minutes, right? So it's not like Witch Doctor Wolfbones, which would have more synergy with Seeds of Rep and Growth. The crit is kind of wasted, in my opinion, because if you're running a Primal Lava Actuators build, then you are running Magma Fist, which means you're getting a bunch of crit for free, right? You're getting 30% crit for free, probably. So my issue there with Seeds of Rep and Growth is that the 24% crit for 15 seconds is okay, but it's kind of wasted because you're going to get crit anyway from that conduit. So really there's like two options here. I think it's Venthyr and Necrolord. Let's start with Venthyr. I think the power level of Venthyr is definitely there. As soon as you get double legendaries in 9 days on March 22nd, I think Venthyr is a fantastic choice. You get 5 free Flame Shocks. It gives you massive CDR and Chain Harvest, right? And it provides enormous amounts of extra healing for your group if you're in M+. So this, in particular, is good in M+, or in any AoE fight in a raid, like Prototype Pantheon or the Guardian fight at the beginning. Any ad phase, like Anduin has a huge ad phase, you're going to get lots of value out of Elemental Conduit. So I do think that for Primal Lava Actuators, Elemental Conduit is the obvious no-brainer, very, very strong synergy. I think, on March 22nd, you're going to get a massive DPS increase here if you're Venthyr. Just straight up, you're going to get the belt, and your damage in Mythic Plus will go up. Period. It just will. I don't know by how much. Maybe like 8 to 10%? Probably 8 to 10% would be my guess. Because of the cooldown of Chain Harvest especially, it does massive damage. And of course you can buff Chain Harvest with Maelstrom Weapon Stack, so it hits even harder. So I think the power level of Primal Lava Actuators mixed with Venthyr is very high. It goes way up. There's lots of obvious synergy there, and it's really good. So that is something that if you do not have your Venthyr Covenant Renown level up, like I'm at 80 with Necrolord. If you don't have 80 on Venthyr, you should probably do it in the next 9 days. Because I think that it's just very, very strong. If you just want to try the Chain Harvest build out and you haven't wanted to try it yet so far, I would go start getting your Renown built up now. You have 9 days. That's plenty of time. That's lots of time to get up to 80 Renown. But just know that this is a very high power spike here for when we get this. Now, the other one, of course, is Necrolord. And I've always talked about how good this is, and I'm going to explain why it's really good for Primal Lava Actuators. So, there's two main reasons why PLA benefits from Splintered Elements so much. So, in Mythic Plus especially, the amount of haste you can get from this legendary effect is off the charts. Like, you can get 50-60% more haste from this. If you have 6 Flame Shocks out and your Primordial Wave Lightning Bolt hits 6 targets, you'll get 60% more haste. So you'll get almost up to 100% haste from me. Okay? Then, if you're running the Conduit, You'll get a reset. You get a reset on Primordial Wave. You can just go again. The buff lasts 12 seconds now. I think they buffed it twice. I think it was only 8 seconds, and they buffed it to 10 seconds, and now it's 12 seconds. That's how long the buff is. So you're going to get 12 seconds of haste, and then you get a reset on Primordial Wave. You wait for those 12 seconds to go by. You cast your Primordial Wave again. You do those lightning bolts again, and you get another 12-second buff of haste. In Mythic Plus, this is crazy strong. It's crazy strong. So the main benefit here is two things. Number one, your flame shocks will tick faster, like giga faster, like way better than if you even had lust faster. And because they're ticking faster, your Primal Lava Actuators buff will build up quicker, especially in low targets. Like in massive AoE, you're going to get the PLA buff ticking really quickly anyway. Like, it ticks very, very fast. If you have 6 Flame Shocks out, it basically makes your Lava Lash like a 2-second cooldown. But on, like, a single target fight or on a cleave fight, 2-target, 3-target cleave, this Legendary makes it so that your Flame Shocks are ticking so fast that it's as if you had 6 or 7 Flame Shocks out. You can't even have 7 out, but you know what I'm saying? It sort of mimics the same effect because they're ticking a lot quicker and they're building up the Primal Lava Actuators buff so fast. So that's very strong. The other obvious enormous bonus here is that you're going to get huge procs on Hot Hand. Hot Hand is based on your melee auto attack swing with Flame Tongue on. And if you have 100% haste, your attacks are happening way faster than normal, and so your chance to proc Hot Hands is very high. If you guys ever notice during a pull, if you blow Lust on a pull and you have 30% more haste, you get a Hot Hand proc like almost right away. It just happens all the time. If you have a lot of haste, your Hot Hand proc will go through the roof. So Splintered Elements helps to facilitate the Hot Hand procs, which just makes your damage incredibly high. The fire build relies pretty heavily on getting Hot Hand procs frequently, and this will allow you to kind of do that. So I do love the Necrolord playstyle, and I think that in 9 days, on March 22nd, when we get double legendaries, it's going to be a fight between Venthyr and Necrolord as to which one is better. Really, it's a choice. It's a personal choice, guys. Just pick whichever one you want, but the power level on both of these is incredibly high, and this is what you're going to want to pick when that drops in 9 days. So that's it, guys. That's the video I wanted to talk about today. I'm going to talk about the other really popular builds like Witch Doctor Wolfbones. I'll do another video about that soon. But I just wanted to touch on how to get Legendary Acquisition, right? It's coming in 9 days, maybe 10 days for the European boys. You need to finish the campaign quests, okay? So I'm at Chapter 5 right now. You're going to get Chapter 6 on Tuesday. You're going to get Chapter 7 on the next Tuesday. You need to finish both of those. Then you can go buy the Belt of Unity from Velo or whoever has got it in here. And then as the expansion progresses in about a month or so, you're going to swap out your Belt of Unity, which is eye level 265, for the Memory of Unity. And then you can put your double legendary effect wherever you want, and you can upgrade that item level to 291. So that's sort of the path that we're looking at. It's just that it's approaching very quickly. We're finally getting double legendaries like really soon. So I wanted to make sure that I did a couple of videos about it for you guys because some people were confused as to how to acquire the double legendary. So just remember, the belt itself is not based on rep. It's just based on that campaign quest. So get out there and get your campaign quests done before you kind of run out of time. And again, if you're thinking of, oh, which one do I want to pick? I'm not really sure. Go get your covenant up to level 80 so that you're ready to go. In the next 9 days, go get whichever covenant you're going to choose up to level 80. Get that renown farm farmed up so that you can be ready to go when it drops on the 22nd. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to drop a like down below, I'd really appreciate it. It helps out a lot. If you want to subscribe, I would appreciate that as well. If you want to talk about this in the comments, I always love talking to you guys in the comments down below. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.